रहीम। अभी हम रियल नंबर के लॉज के बारे में स्टार्ट ले रहे हैं। उसमें दो किस्म के ऑपरेशन मैंने पहले बताए थे। फर्स्ट इज़ एडिशन एंड द सेकंड वन इज़ मल्टीप्लिकेशन। सो फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल एडिशन, द लॉज ऑफ एडिशन of real numbers. First law is closure law. It means that when two real numbers a and b are taken and they are added and the addition is also contained in real number, so we will be surely giving an example. So this one is the example. For example, two real numbers 2 and 3.12 are taken and they are added and their addition is 5.12. That is also a real number. So this means real number set is closed. So this is the second law is associative law. So when we take three real numbers a, b and c, so when we add these three numbers, so we can do like this. First of all, we add b and c, and later on we add a plus and what is coming out from b plus c. So we will get the answer of these three addition. What should be the second way? The second way is, first of all, we add a and b, and what comes out from this addition will be later on added with c, and the answer from both the sides will be equal. For example, we are taking three real numbers 2, 2.41 and 3.717. These are three real numbers. We are adding first 2.41 and 3.17 and the answer is 5.58. Then later on we are adding this answer with 2 and the answer is 7.58. In another way, first of all, instead of adding these two, we are adding this one and this one, the first two, and the answer is 4.41, and then this 4.41 is added to the third real number 3.17 and the answer is 7.58. So both the answers are same. So this is known as associative law. The second is, okay, so this is the second law. Now the third law, additive identity. So 0 is the additive identity. When we add this additive identity to any real number from the left or from the right side, the answer will be that real number. For example, we are taking under the root 3 from real number set and we are adding it with 0. So we are getting again under the root 3, and this from this side, if we are adding 0 from the right, again we are getting under the root 3. So 0 if added from the left or from the right, the answer is again that real number. Now the fourth one is additive inverse. In case of addition, if we take any real number, for example a, then additive inverse will be minus a. And when we add these two real numbers, a plus minus a, the answer is 0, which is additive identity, whether we are adding this inverse from the right or from the left. For example, we are taking a real number 3.14 and so minus 3.14 is the inverse. When we add this inverse to this real number of whom it is the inverse, for whom it is the inverse, and we are adding it with that real number, so we are getting 0, whether we are adding it from right or from left. Now the last one is commutative law. Commutative law is basically like this. If we take two real numbers and whether we are adding like this a plus b or whether we are adding like this b plus a, the answer will be the same. For example, we are taking 6.75 and minus 5, two real numbers. So if we are adding like this, the answer is this. But if we reverse the order, the answer is the same. So this means both are giving the same answer, 1.75. Now we are coming to multiplicative laws. So again the same laws, but these are for multiplication. Closure law. If we are taking two real numbers a and b and we are multiplying, previously we were adding, now we are multiplying. So if we multiply these two real numbers, so we are getting AB, but that AB is also present in the set of real numbers. So this law is known as closure law of multiplication. 5.24 and 3 are two real numbers. Now we are multiplying 5.24 and 3 and we are getting 15.72, which is again a real number. That is belong to the set of real numbers. Associative law. We are taking three real numbers a, b and c and we are multiplying these in such a fashion that first a is left and b and c are multiplied, and what comes out from b and c multiplication, again we are multiplying it from the right with a. In the second option we are taking the multiplication of ab and what comes out from the answer is multiplied with c from the left, but we are getting the same answer from both the multiplication types. Now we are taking three real numbers 2, 3 and 5. Now in the first way we are multiplying 3 and 5, so the answer is 15. Now 15 is multiplied from the right side with 2 and the answer is 30. And in the second way we are multiplying first 2 and 3 and the answer is 6, and then it is multiplied with 5 from the left and the answer is 30. This is known as associative law. Now we are coming to another law, that is multiplicative identity. So in case of real numbers, the multiplicative identity is 1, which belongs to the set of real numbers. If we take any real number and we are multiplying it with the multiplicative identity, whether from the right side or from the left side, the answer will be again the same real number. For example, we are taking 3.14, a real number, and we are multiplying it with 1 from the right or from the left. The answer is 3.14, again the same real number. So 1 multiplication of 1 with this real number is again the real number. So this is known as multiplicative identity. 1 is multiplicative identity. Now the fourth law is multiplicative inverse. If we take a real number a from the set of real numbers, then 1 over a is its multiplicative inverse. And if we multiply a with its multiplicative inverse, whether from the right or from the left. The answer is 1. So now we take, for example, 2, a real number, then its multiplicative inverse is 1 over 2, and the multiplication of 2 and its inverse 1 over 2 is 1. Similarly, if we change the arrangement of multiplication, the answer is 1. Commutative law. If we take two real numbers a and b, then we can change the order of multiplication. First a is multiplied with b, and in the second option b is multiplied with a, but the answer is same in both the cases. So AB answer is equal to BA answer. Thanks.